everybody, and welcome to the very first Man Cave Comedy Hour. Anybody in the house? Yeah! Oh, yeah, we got ourselves a nice crowd tonight. Got a good show for you. We've got three really, really good comics, and let me just give you an idea what we're dealing with here. We've got Corey W. King opening the show tonight, then Dan Simon and Mark Canope will be here as well. They're all in the house. They're already here. I'm not saying they will be here because they're here. And we got a great crowd in the house. Stand by. It's the first ever Man Cave Comedy Show. Yeah.
Live from Wauseon, Ohio. It's the Man Cave Comedy Hour. With your host, Jeff Lamb.
That's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding? No respect from anyone.
On tonight's show, Mark Canope, Dan Simon, and Corey W. King.
Dave's not here.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to have our very first Comedy Hour show right here tonight. It's the Man Cave Comedy Hour, and we have our first comedian tonight, an original cast member of the Andrew Z in the Morning Show. Corey has been performing stand-up comedy all across the country for the last 17 years. He's got infectious energy, and quick wit will make him a draw for any audience. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Corey W. Smith. Yeah.
Did he seriously just call me Corey W. Smith?
Did I say that? I didn't mean a King. Corey W.
First
King.
TV tape and you get my name wrong. I gotta change my name now. This is awesome.
That might work.
Yeah. Give it up for Jeff Lamb, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Jeff, that was a great intro. Usually when I step on stage, it sounds something like this. Coming to the stage, you've seen this guy on Showtime, Comedy Central, and BET. He's worked with the likes of Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Jerry Seinfeld. And next summer, you can see him in the latest installment of the Friday franchise from Ice Cube, The Final Friday. Give it up for Corey W. King! It'd be really great if any of that was true. That's an amazing introduction, isn't it? I couldn't come on stage with my real credentials. You've seen him arguing in line at Arby's. Your Uber driver later this evening. Give it up for Corey W. Smith. I'm happy to be here. You guys happy to be here? Yeah. A lot of comedians will say they're happy to be here. I actually mean it. I have 6 kids at home. 2 sets of twins. All 6 kids are only 4 years apart from youngest to oldest. One set of those twins are 8th grade girls, and they are the worst. Yeah, just evil. Evil to be evil. And 8th grade girls are disgusting. Can we just talk about how utterly disgusting girls are?
Yeah. About time.
The youngest one was walking out of the bathroom, and I thought I was joking. I thought I was joking when I said, "Did you even wipe?" And she just goes, "Ugh." So, yeah. This is a great crowd. I've done a lot of really, really crappy shows in my day. And I once did a show for what I thought was a kids' charity, baseball team charity. I got there and it turned out to be for a kid on the team that had cancer. And the kid died the day before the show. Yeah, no one ever thought to cancel the comedian. The guy that introduced me was the kid's grandfather. The kid was only like 7 years old. And the kid's grandfather's on stage talking about, "I'm going to miss my little fishing buddy and keep the bait nice and warm in heaven for me. I'll be there soon." Not a dry eye in the house. And he goes, "Anyway, here's some comedian." They were projecting the child's like images behind me on the screen. What I didn't realize was when I stepped on stage, this child's images were now projecting on me as I'm beginning to try to gain crowd laughter, which was not going well. And usually in my act, I try to talk to the audience, and just as I started to get them to kind of come around from this funeral that we were attending, I said, "Are there any parents in the audience?" "Oh wait, no, not you guys." So when I say I'm happy to be here, I'm really happy. Gosh, I'm losing weight, which is, between me and my girlfriend, we've actually lost 74 pounds as of this morning from January 1st, so 74 pounds, thank you. Well, she lost 101 on her own, but we're a team. So we joined one of those mega gyms. You guys have seen these things, the gyms that you guys see off the highway. Okay. The gyms you guys see off the highway, and with like 40 TVs and a bunch of weight equipment that no one knows how to use, and just a bunch of people walking around confused in there. So we joined this gym, and when you join one of these gyms, they assign you a personal trainer. And this personal trainer is assigned to use to make sure you know how to use the equipment and kind of go over your fitness goals. And my personal trainer comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, what are your fitness goals? Do you want to run a marathon? Do you want to bench press your body weight?" And I said, "I just want to lose enough weight to where my nipple stops moving in a circle when I brush my teeth." That's why the up and down motion was invented, I guess. Lord, where did I get titties? This is not at all what I signed up for. God, I gotta be at least a C cup at this point. That'd be very desirable if I was a girl, but no. But weight loss sucks. I actually tried to lose weight because I had a stroke, and I don't recommend it. Yeah, about this time last year, I was sitting at the dinner table, and my son recognized that my face started to droop, I started to drool, I was having a stroke. And he saw the signs of a stroke, and he called 911 within 60 seconds and saved my life. Yes. You're not supposed to have favorite children, but he shot right up to the top of the list. Yeah, anything he wanted from them on out, I was like, "Hey, you want a PlayStation? Are you gonna get a PlayStation? You're extra. You can go ahead and supersize your fries tonight. I got you. You deserve it. You saved my life." The other 5 children walked over my dying carcass, so they get nothing. I don't recommend strokes, but if you ever plan on having a stroke, make sure the paramedic does not hand your unlocked cell phone to your significant other. I see half the faces are looking confused and the other half is looking guilty. I'm on the guilty half. Yeah, being wheeled into the emergency room, I realized while I was having a stroke that I had to get rid of my phone. There was no deleting. There was no hiding. I had to destroy my phone. But you have no idea how hard it is to destroy your phone when only half of your body works. So I try to throw my phone with my good arm, but Apple makes a very durable product. It hits the floor, the paramedic picks it up and he says, "Here, why don't I hand this to her?" And he hands it to my then fiance. Notice I used the word then, and no, we're not married now. While he was handing it to her, I remember thinking, "Oh no, please don't do that. There's enough evidence in there to put me in jail for a long, long time, let alone remain in this relationship." But he didn't speak stroke. So I'm single now. Gosh, I love Wasion. Give it up for yourselves. Wasion's awesome. Yeah. I've lived out here for far longer than any of you guys realize. I love it out here. I've lived out here a long time. Wasion is known for corn, cows, and a black guy. Yeah. Yeah, and that guy is me. Just I'm on the pamphlet. Wasion has its benefits, man. It's that small town feel. Everyone kind of gets along, and I mean, you guys really love making sure my house is warm with all those burning crosses. I really appreciate that as well. That was just for me. Gosh. Oh man, everybody having a good time? Yeah, I really appreciate you guys all coming out. I told you to talk about weight loss. My dad started a hobby at the age of 65 years old. Yeah, at 65 years old, my father decided that he wanted to do Civil War reenactments for the South. I said, hey Dad, what does a black Civil War soldier do for the Confederacy? And he very, very proudly says, oh, well, I'll tend to their horses, I'll cook their meals, I'll make sure their tents are nice and ready. And I said, you're a slave. I get it now. And he said something I can't say because this is televised. In truth, my dad actually died a couple years back, and I inherited his Civil War chest with all of his old medallions and medals and pictures, actual pictures from the Civil War. It's really, really cool. The strange part is that in this chest with all of these really cool memorabilia things are a ton of Confederate flags. And it's very hard to explain to people coming to your house why you as a black man have an abundance of Confederate flags in your house. And so I always have to say, hey, it's about heritage and history. And they all say, yeah, but you probably shouldn't have it because of the heritage and history. Actually, my girlfriend, I had to introduce her to that part of the family, and she looked at it very strange. And I thought, you know what? I met you online. You cannot judge me because I have seen some of the freaky things that you've done. All right? I will continue to whistle Dixie. You continue to be your own little freak, you know? Dating sucks. Speaking about online dating, anybody here meet online? Woo! One person. You're very proud. All right. What website, if you don't mind me asking? Plenty of Fish. All right. I always find it really weird that a dating site used the word fish to get people to go to it. That's typically what you try to avoid, but it is what it is. Yeah. I was on this dating site after my stroke. I got on a dating site, and it was called Handy Date. And Handy Date sounds like something significantly different than what it is. I was very disappointed to find out that Handy Date was not Handy Date. And the word handy stood for handicap. Handy Date is a website designed for individuals with disabilities to meet other individuals with disabilities. I'm on there as a normie, with my profile, putting my best foot forward, going on dates, and every single day I go on, I'm kind of like, this is the third bitch in a wheelchair this week. How? What are the odds? I actually dated a girl in a wheelchair for several months, and she argued with me all the time. And one day she's just like, I am leaving you. I said, no, you're not, and I locked those wheels right out. You're not going anywhere. Another girl that I met on Handy Date was deaf, 100% hearing impaired. I knew sign language from way back in the day. My parents taught it to me. And it was a great relationship. We dated for several months, and I really, really did love her. I can honestly say that. I used to call her my little soundbite. She used to call me, It's okay to laugh at that. She's never going to hear that. She actually broke up with me, and when she broke up with me, she signed, I'm breaking up with you because you never listened to me. Talk about kettle. Wasion. You guys are great. That's my time. Thank you all so very much.
All right. Very well done. Let me just ask you, have you got any gigs coming up that you might want to, promote, talk about, and, let us know about here?
Actually, yeah, I have a gig on New Year's Eve at Hamburger Mary's. It is the reunion of the Andrew Z in the Morning show. We're having a reunion show. Demetrius Nicodemus, Corey W. King, Chris Tevel, Andrew Z, Charlie Mack, and a bunch of other white people. And I also have a show, I believe it's February 5th, don't quote me on that, it's either February 5th or March 5th in Pandora, Ohio at the Pandora Community Center. Tickets are available online at the PandoraCommunityCenter.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together. Right there he is. Unbelievable. All right. The show continues. And let me get up here 1 second. This moved on me. There is a lot going on here right now. Dan Simon brings his quick wit, fast-paced style, and comedy to the stage with a show that covers a wide range of topics, whether he's concerned with non-migratory habits of the American homeless population or the pitfalls of drinking, to stories about growing up the youngest of 3 hell-raising boys. His material is both relatable and funny. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Simon, or is it Dan Smith? I don't know. Let's make everybody Smith tonight. Dan Simon, yeah.
Hey everybody, how we doing tonight? Holy smokes, this place filled out pretty good here. I guess I've been back drinking Jeff's free beer. I didn't notice this place got filled out. Yeah. Welcome to the comedy night, you guys. How's everybody doing? Applause for Corey right there. You guys seem like a fun crowd. I am in a good mood. I hope you guys are. I got some exciting things going on right now. My wife is due any minute, so it's a very exciting time for us. Yeah. One lady over there. No, I should clarify, she's not pregnant. She's mail order, and she's due any minute now. I've been tracking her on the website. She's circling off the coast of California in a cargo ship. So any minute now, she's supposed to be here. That's what I'm told. So. No, man, I like doing stand-up comedy. You see a lot of funny things. I'm on the road a lot, so you see a lot of funny things on the road. I was driving through a construction zone the other day. I saw my favorite sign. It said, injure, kill a worker, $7,500 fine, 15 years in jail. You guys seen that before? Yep. Injure, kill a worker. All right. Well, here's something for you. Let's say they're not working. How many of those bastards am I allowed to hit, huh? Hey, you made the rules. Here we go. Coming through. There's 1. Psh, there's 2. Psh, there's 3. Psh. This is a fun one, huh? Like, I'm just saying, you're going to be in court one day defending yourself. Like, now, Your Honor, in my defense, that guy wasn't doing shit, all right? He was watching a guy watch another guy watch a different guy dig a hole. I'm gonna see a lot of funny things. Man, I was driving through Dundee, Michigan, and jealous. Anybody jealous? And driving through Dundee, Michigan, I saw a billboard for a beef jerky outlet in the mobile gas station, and in big bold letters it said, "Now all new smoothies." Because you have not lived till you tried the smoothies in the beef jerky outlet of the mobile gas station in fart-smelling Dundee, Michigan, all right? You owe it to yourself. That's living the high life right there. That mango, peach, and beef is to die for, all right? It's good shit. I was driving the other day. I saw a lady. She had 2 bumper stickers on her car, right? Just 2. Now, when you get 2 bumper stickers, they should tell a story. They should mean something. They should go together. These 2 made no sense being on the same vehicle. Very confusing. Bumper sticker number 1 said, "Teach kids abstinence." Fine. She doesn't want kids to have sex. Whatever. No problem with that. But here's the part that confused me. Bumper sticker number 2 said, I am proud of my Eagle Scout. I thought, lady, what the hell are you worried about? Your kid? Your kid's an Eagle Scout, lady, all right? Trust me, that kid's abstaining like nobody's business, okay? He doesn't even have a choice in the matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? That kid's not getting laid unless he whittles a vagina out of driftwood. Do you understand? Unless there's a merit badge for vagina whittling, I think we're okay here. You can just move on. No Eagle Scouts here? All right, we're good. We're good. Oh, man. I was out in California here recently, and I noticed this. When you're out in California, you see a guy riding his bike to work. That guy is an environmentalist trying to save the planet. But Ohio, you guys see a guy riding his bike to work. That guy's got a shitload of DUIs, right? That's all that is right there. Tom's probably helped him get out of a few of those right there. Out in California, they're like trying to reduce their carbon footprint, save the planet. Here in Ohio, they're just trying to save their job. That's all it is. And out there, they love it. They see a guy on a bike like, you're my hero, save the planet, we love you, woo. It ain't like that around here, is it? You see a guy on a bike in Ohio, you're like, hey, get a load of this dipshit right here, huh? You want to scare him? Let's scare him. Here, go, nice win, you freaking lush. See you at the office. I give my boss a ride, screw him. Fat ass can pedal. See a lot of funny things out there, though, man. I was at a grocery store the other day. I saw a package of Charmin toilet paper. And on the side of it said, now more durable and longer lasting. Which begs the question, how long do you need your toilet paper to last you? I don't know about you guys, but if I can make it from here to here, you should be done with it at that point right there, all right? Like, it should be out of your life at that moment. I don't know what kind of shelf life you're looking for, but you need to flush and move on. That's all I'm saying. You guys are fun. I got some bad news here. My brother Chris just got diagnosed chronic masturbator, and yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about. See that same dead eye stare right there? Right up front. Both hands on the table, sir, all right? Now, my brother Chris got diagnosed chronic masturbator, and I was worried about him. I called him the other day to check, see how he's doing. He's like, Dan, it's the craziest thing. He said, I spend all day just trying to beat my addiction. Trying to beat it too much, that's the problem. He didn't think it was funny. He's like, it's not funny, man. He's like, you don't get it. One of these days, I'm going to lick this thing. And again, I got to tell you, I've known him my whole life. He ain't not even grazing chin with that thing. He's not doing that. All right, you guys are my kind of crowd. All right, now, I was hanging out with my nephew here recently, apparently giving my brother some free time, and I was hanging out with my nephew, and my nephew's one of these kids that likes to watch gamers on YouTube. A lot of you probably don't know what that is, but like on YouTube, there's people who play video games, and they have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers that watch them. They make millions of dollars. There's kids just watching them play video games. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, buddy, this is pathetic. You're not even playing a video game. You're watching a guy play a video game. Sad. He's like, all right, fair enough, Uncle Dan. But don't you watch porn? You're not even having sex. You're watching a guy have sex. Who's pathetic now? There, you win that argument. That's fine. I'm driving home. I'm like, wait, he's a teenager. He watches porn too. I'm like, what the hell's he talking about? Living his whole life vicariously right there. Well, speaking of that, I was watching a documentary on Hugh Hefner the other day, right, from Playboy magazine. A couple things occurred to me when I was watching this documentary, right? Hugh Hefner's got to be one of the only guys in all of history that when he died, not one person said, well, he's in a better place now. No one said that. Trust me, he liked the mansion a whole lot better, right? He's a hole in the ground or the mansion. I don't think he's going to take the mansion. But then I started thinking about the Playboy Mansion, right? Think about that place. If there was ever a murder that happened at the Playboy Mansion, they could never solve that crime. Think about the DNA evidence they would have to sift through to whittle down the evidence to convict somebody. It would never happen, right? Chief of police is like, we got a list of suspects? Like, yeah, we got some suspects, sir, but it's going to take a while. He's like, well, give it to me. He's like, you want them all now? Like, yeah, okay, here we go. Corey Feldman, Scott Baio, Howard Stern, Pauly Shore, Fred Durst, John Stamos, Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, Donald Trump, Dennis Rodman, Charles Barkley, Bill Clinton, James Caan, Bob Saget, the 85 Chicago Bears. Do you want me to keep going? Like, damn, that's all the evidence we have on the suspect there? Like, no, that's just a pair of Pam Anderson's underwear that was left behind there, sir. That's, we're just getting started right now. I don't know, man. Hugh Hefner's sex life, though, right? Like, as you get older, I don't know. I've been married for a long time, all right? Let me just say, your sex life goes downhill after a while being married, right? I mean, I'll explain. You ever go to like a coffee shop and you see they always got a tip jar next to the cash register. They always got a cute little saying on it right there. I've got one of those that I keep next to my bed. But mine says, sex is never expected, but always appreciated, right? Just waving at my way, hey, want to throw a little something in the tip jar tonight, huh? I always know the answer, but, you know. My wife has a way of letting me know when sex is off limits, too, okay? And a couple of you ladies will probably know what I'm talking about here soon. She has a retainer that she puts in at night, and apparently once this goes in, sex is off limits. Anybody here know you're ratting her out right there? Oh, that bite guard goes in, and it's just completely... She comes out of the bathroom. I'm already in bed. I'm like, hey, you know, we had a few drinks tonight. The kids went to bed early. What do you think? Maybe we can mess around a little bit, huh? It's not gonna happen. I got the retainers in, and I'm not taking it out for sex with you. So just, no. Take your hands off me. Stop it. Go watch TV. I don't care what you do, but... I call it the chastity retainer, and I hate that thing. You guys are drinking tonight? Where my biggest drinking table right here? We're partiers? There they are back there. All right. Jeff knows how to host the crowd here. I had to slow down, man. I was drinking too much. My problem is my buddies like to do shots. You guys do shots back there? Yeah. Look, here's the thing, right? Shots are like liquid forget for me, and I'm past that point in my life where it's fun trying to piece together the clues to see if I can figure out what the hell Dan got into last night. I don't need that anymore, right? It's like CSI Miami drunk edition. I'm like a forensic scientist. Wake up, passed out underneath your buddy's coffee table. You got a dick drawn on your forehead right here. Might be traced, looks pretty accurate. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. There's no way to know that. That memory's gone right there. Blood stain on my shirt, hole in the wall, nobody's talking to me. Let's see if I can figure out what Dan did last night. Don't need that. And here's my problem too, right? When I do shots, when I start getting blackout drunk, I like to go home and hide something really important in my house. And then make a treasure map. So that sober Dan has an adventure to go on the next morning. Hilarious at 3 a.m, not so funny the next day, all right? Wake up the next day, your head's pounding, you're late for work, you can't find your car keys. Like, why did we do shots last night? I hate my friends. Is that a treasure map? Oh, man. Yar there, matey, if you hope to find your keys, you better be answering these riddle of threes. Were you drinking rum last night? Why was I a pirate? First 2 clues are written in gibberish. Third clue, literally a picture of my ass, all right? Please tell me that's not where the keys are. Again. It's an ER visit before you go to work right there. So, people are worried about the wealth gap in our country, right? The rich are getting richer, poor are getting poorer. I'm a little bit more worried about the intelligence gap in our country. That seems to be more of a pressing need right now, doesn't it? And look, I'm worried because I'm one of the dumb ones. I'm afraid I'm going to get left behind. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Like, I read about some of the stuff scientists are doing right now. I don't even know how my remote control works, let alone... I was reading about scientists the other day. A team of scientists photographed a black hole for the first time in all of human history. It's a team of scientists on 5 different continents using 20 different telescopes to take a picture of an event happening 20 million light years away. How does that happen, right? I fell off the toilet the other day because my foot fell asleep from watching TikTok videos on the shitter for too long. Do you see the quality of thought gap going on right there? It's not good. It's not good. Scientists are developing a robot smaller than a human hair that they can inject into your body that will seek out and kill tumors. That's crazy. How do you do that? I thought Pets Plus was a store that sold fat animals. That's what I thought. I didn't know. I thought it was like the Lane Bryant of pet stores, like chubby little chupacabras and stuff like that. It's just regular pets there. That's all it is. I don't know, man. I worry, though, because my daughter takes after me. My youngest one comes up to me the other day. She's like, Dad, if it's 2% milk, what's the other 97%? I'm like, It scares me how many of you didn't laugh at that joke right off the bat right there. We'll let that one go for a little bit, Wasion. I don't know, man. I try to do smart things. I try to become a smarter person. I try to listen to NPR. I don't know. That's what smart people do, I guess. I don't know. Anybody here listen to NPR? No, you can't do it, can you? I tried the other day. Turned it on the other day. Like, coming up next on Fresh Air, we take a trip out to Bollywood to interview the key grip and gaffer team that's single-handedly changing Hollywood. Like, boop, I'm out. Fuck that shit right there. Screw you, Terry Gross. I don't know. I'd rather be dumb than listen to that story right there. I don't know. I am the youngest of 3 boys, and we were the type of kids that just made up our own games. You guys like that? Anybody grow up like that? Creative like that? Yeah? Yeah. What do they say about kids like that?
We're awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Poor. I was going for poor, but, Awesome works, too. That's nicer. I like that a lot better right there. Now, we were the type of kids, you could throw 3 boys in a room with any 3 random objects in the house. You come back 5 minutes later, there's a game going on in that room. You could throw us in a room with like a Star Wars doll, a laundry basket, and a broken table leg. One brother pops up, like, hey, get over here. Listen, shut up. We're going to play a game. I just made this up. You guys are going to love this. Chris, put your dick away. Seriously, you got a problem. We'll talk about that later, but get over here. We're going to play a game. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stand Chewbacca up behind me, okay? And you got to get around me. You got to knock him over. That's your job. You get 5 points if you knock him down. But listen, this is important. You're going to want to put that laundry basket on your head because I'm going to be swinging this table leg at your face as hard as I can, all right? Nope, that's the whole game right there. That's everything. You don't have to wear it. I recommend you wear it. I don't care what you do. I'm swinging at your face in 3 seconds. Here we go. That's hours of entertainment for 3 boys right there. That's bloody noses and giggling coming out of that room. One brother can't feel his fingertips. The other one's blind in one eye. You want to play again? Hell yeah, I do. Here's a game we played. I swear to you, this is a real game. Who can roll down the roof farther? That's a real game we played at my house. Mom and Dad went out of town. The Simon boys scampered up on the roof to see who could dare each other to roll more times down the roof. I got 1 roll. Anybody beat 1 roll? 2 rolls. Anybody beat 2 or 3? We lost cousin Jimmy that way. Aim for the bushes. Oh, shit. Tough, though, man. I don't know, it was a fun childhood growing up with brothers like that, but I don't know, now I have daughters. It's a completely different story having daughters right there. It's probably a good thing I have daughters because I don't think girls roll down roofs, right? So that's fun, but Barbie dolls, right? That's what I didn't experience Barbie dolls growing up with brothers, but I had Barbie dolls in my house, and that was a little bit different learning experience for me, because that's fine. You have girls, you're going to have Barbie dolls. You expect that. I didn't know I was going to have 300 of them, though, scattered all over the house, and in all different states of undress for some reason, too. I don't know what that skank is doing while I'm at work all day. When I come home, I got formal gown Barbie, miniskirt Barbie, 1 tit popped out Barbie, completely naked Barbie, legs in the air Barbie, 16 and pregnant Barbie, camel toe Barbie. What the hell is going on around here? Naked plastic dolls all over my house. I'll leave you guys with this here. I want to ask you guys a question before I get out of here. And I'm not trying to be gross. There's a reason I bring this up. But and I know this is a very well-lit room and you're with your friends, but I'll ask it anyways. Who here pees in the shower? Anybody here can admit to that? All right. A couple of you back there. All right. I like the lady back there admitting to it. Not that often. All right. Here's the thing, all right? I do it every once in a while, not that often, but I got caught the other day. Oh, my God. My wife was furious, too. What are you doing? That's disgusting, right? Going off on me. I mean, granted, she was taking a bath at the time, but I'm like, hey. All right, guys, that's my time. I got a long bike ride home. I got to get the hell out of here. You guys have been awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
All right, there he is, Dan Simon. Dan, do we have any gigs coming up we want to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. My next couple shows are sold out, but I got a really cool show coming up January 22nd in Tecumseh. And it's a big theater show, so if you guys can make it out to that, it's got a really cool venue. I'm one of the guys on it, and I would love to have you out. So, yeah, appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Dan Simon. Well, are you having a good time tonight? Yeah. Wasion is rocking, baby. It's going good tonight. And our next comedian is a great guy. I've known him for years, and yet I've never seen him perform. I can't believe this. I'm very excited to see him tonight. He's a native of the Detroit area. Mark has been making audiences laugh since 1986. With over 7,000 shows under his belt, he's traveled from coast to coast and everywhere in between. He's been seen on Comedy Central, ABC, Comcast, and he's got 2 CDs and has been featured on Sirius XM. He's also made multiple appearances on The Bob and Tom Show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mark Canope. Yeah, put your hands together. Come on now.
Look at you. Man, oh man, Wasion, Ohio? I feel like this is like 40 years ago in my dad's basement. This is odd. No, he had a great basement. Don't be offended. She's like, hey. No, he had an awesome basement. We're going to pull this up later and play shuffleboard. It's going to rock, baby. Yeah. So here we are in Wasion, and of course we gotta talk about a couple things. First of all, some of you who know me, some of you don't. During COVID, I lost 75 pounds. Thank you. Yes, on purpose. On purpose. And some weirdness, some things happened. I lost a relationship over it, which was kind of a bummer. It was a very, very long-term relationship. Still kind of sad about it. She was very petite, and you thought me losing weight would be a good thing. She was her name was Debbie. A lot of people called her Little, and I paid for her swimming pool 50 cents at a time, and I swear to God, never got to go in the goddamn thing. So that pissed me off. But it was really weird too. About 4 or 5 months into the whole lockdown, one night I'm in my condo just watching TV, and all of a sudden I get a pounding knock on the door, and I'm running to see what the hell's going on, and I see there's police lights on a car going, 2 cop cars, and there was cars from Little Caesars and Domino's, and also a guy from what's the other one? The Jets Pizza. They were doing a welfare check on me apparently, and it was kind of weird. Very, because I'm talking to these guys, I'm going, guys, I know it was a special relationship we had, but I've got to break it off. I'm sorry. But I've been on the road quite a bit this last couple of weeks, doing a lot of holiday parties and doing a lot of traveling and wanted to get back to the area. I got in town a couple hours ago, and I actually stopped through Toledo, picked up a copy of The Blade, wanted to see what's been happening in this part of the country, Northwest Ohio. And figured I'd do that by picking up The Blade, and saw a classified ad that caught my attention. Classified ad that read, "For sale, make offer, 2-carat diamond engagement ring. Never worn." Bitch. It's like, man, oh man, I wouldn't want that guy delivering my mail. Wow. So, but I love Jeff's laugh. It's like Ed McMahon back over on the couch, Oh man. But actually, this past few years have actually been good years for me. I'm a homeowner again. Thank you. Okay. A couple of ladies in the crowd are going like, "Oh my God, if he can afford a house telling his stories, he must be funnier later." We'll see what happens. No, it's weird because I've been living on the road most of the last 30 years, and this is the first major purchase I've made in many, many years, and it was so confusing. I learned a lot about myself during this process. I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about my credit is what I learned about. And because I was constantly dealing with real estate people, mortgage people, bankers. One afternoon, a young lady calls me from the mortgage company. She's like, "Mr. Canope?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Are you seated?" I go, "This is going to suck, isn't it?" She said, "Well, we got your credit score in today. It's 809. I'm like, "Give me a couple months. I can do better. I swear to God, I can raise that." My man's looking at me like I'm an idiot. I didn't know it was a good score. I thought the scale was 809 out of 1,000, which would be what? Like a B- no matter how you grade the curve, I'm thinking logically. But no, it's 809 out of 850. I win! They wanted to give me money for stuff I didn't even want or ask for. I'm not kidding you. I got a call from a guy at the bank about a week before closing. He's like, "Mr. Canope, would you like a boat and a trailer, maybe some jet skis to go along with that?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm buying a condo on a landlocked cul-de-sac for crying out loud. We got a brand new street out front. It doesn't even puddle up in the rain. I don't need the watercraft, thank you." Guy's trying to upsell me, just like at McDonald's. "You want fries with that? Hey, how about a boat and a trailer?" It was crazy, but it was weird because all these people were trying to figure out ways to use my credit score for this or leverage this for something I didn't ask for. I figured there had to be something out there for me that I wanted that would benefit me. So I used this credit. I had a T-shirt made up, okay? Right across the chest, it just reads, "Equifax 809. And the ladies are looking." Oh, I wear that shirt into a club. You can actually hear their necks snapping in my direction as I'm walking across. They're like, "Oh my God, you see his shirt? His shirt had his Equifax score. It was the credit one on the chest. I think it was the Equifax. I saw the E and the X, and I think it said 809. He is not that fat. He's not that fat. We could buy him a treadmill with some of that credit. We could. Call me. Guys, I tell you, you get your credit over 800, it takes like 30, 35, 50 pounds off of you, just like that. I go to the gym nowadays and I don't do squat. I'll spend all day in the dry sauna just reading my Wall Street Journal. Guys come walking in, they're posing and preening like a peacock. They're like, "Dude, you working on your carbs?" And I'm like, "Get out of my way there, Roscoe, working on my credit, pal. Back off." Close the door behind you. The other cool thing, just before COVID, I met a new lady friend. Thank you very much. Yes. It's not so much that I made a new lady friend. It's how I met this woman that made it so intriguing to me. Because I travel a lot. I happened to meet her on an airplane. And I've been traveling most of the last 30 years, and I've never, ever, ever had that happen. And all my buddies, they're always telling me about these women they meet on the airplanes and Mile High Club this, and I'm like, that's a whole nother subject, but it's so weird, okay, because here I am, and I never have any luck on airplanes, as far as even seating. I have that middle seat every time, and there's usually a guy my size on each side of me for the next 3 hours, just like fighting for elbow room, This particular day, I get on my middle seat because I've got status with Delta. Yes, aluminum. And I'm seated, the plane's filling up, it's almost time to leave. There's one seat left on the entire plane next to me by the window, and my elbow's just going, oh, daddy likey, yes. And just before we pull away from the jetway, she comes walking on board the plane, and she is... and she has to sit next to me. It's the last seat on the plane. I win again. She walks down the aisle. We scooch up. We let her through. She sits down. She buckles up. We take off. She does not put on a set of headphones. She does not open a book to read during today's flight. No, she was digging Canope. Those are the rules, guys. No headphones, no book in the lap. You are in the crosshairs of love. We start to talk. Conversation's rolling really smooth. Apparently, we had things in common. Or apparently, she read the t-shirt I was wearing. It mattered not to me. Before you know it, we're at the next airport, the landing airport. Before you know it, we're in baggage claim. I did not check a bag on that flight. I was in baggage claim. She reached into her purse, pulled out her business card, flipped it over, personal digits. I know the rules. I wait the 3 days. I make the call. Because I'm a player. Wasn't written as a punchline right there, but if you guys found amusement, God bless you. Bonus joke, I guess. A couple days later, I go to pick her up at the appointed time and place for our date. I knock on the door. Who answers? It's this adorable little 9 or 10-year-old girl. And I told her, I said, you are so cute. I said, you probably hear that from every adult you meet. And her response was precious. She's just like, thank you. I said, is your mommy home? She went, mm-hmm. But you're here for Grammy. I was like, oh! I was dating a grand MILF. And it was good. She'd bake me warm cookies. It was awesome. But life is good. Life is good. It's what you make of it. Life is good. I tell you what, when we decided to book this particular show in Northwest Ohio, in Wauseon, in December, the last thing I was hoping for was snow. I hate snow. I hate cold weather. It's actually a little warm spell this week. Make noise if you guys hate cold weather too. Wauseon. Yes. Move. Apparently you folks have not quite completed this equation yet. Every 6 or 8 months, it comes back. Hate the snow, I hate the cold. I think the worst thing about cold weather is trying to start your car on a cold morning. You guys know what I'm talking about? You're half asleep, your hair's messed up, butt sticking to the vinyl. Even in Wauseon, everyone's looking at me like, remote start, dickweed. Did not have remote start when I learned how to drive a car. They did not have remote starts back then. In fact, I learned to drive on a really crummy car. It was a 64 Dodge. 64 Dodge. I don't even think that automobile was actually manufactured by Dodge. I think my dad just spray painted the word Dodge on both sides to warn everybody around me I was 16 with a new license. Dodge, Dodge, Dodge. Don't hit him, Dodge. Back off. I'm paying his inch. Dodge. They did not make a 1964 Avoid. That's my test joke. You guys are still with me. Good, okay. Avoid, Dodge, ding, we have a match. Oh, that 64 Dodge. It was the only car in my entire lifetime, if you tried to start that on a sub-zero morning, sounded like Curly from the Three Stooges. It was like, It was dead when you got to whoop, whoop, whoop. Mm. Yuck, 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 yuck. You have to pump it a few more times and finally be like, whoop, 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 whoop. Mm. Sweetly. Here we go. Hate the cold. I hate snowmobiles. Usually in this part of the car, I get one or two guys be like, what's up, man? What's up? And it's not like they want to kick my butt after the show for saying so. They're usually just trying to thaw out their nipples from the previous February. Like, dude, come on, man. I don't hate snowmobilers. If that's something you enjoy doing, God bless you, you go do it. I mean, I could take the roof and doors off of my car. I elect not to. Burr. Makes no sense to moi. I don't get the allure. That's why we build furnaces. That's why we have heaters in the car. I've got a moonroof on my car. It stays closed from, October till May. Burr. First time I realized I was not someone who embraced the snowmobile lifestyle, I was actually doing a show up near Traverse City, Michigan, and it was for a company, and it was a private thing. It was in this big banquet room. There was probably 300 or 400 people, very lively, bunch of party, much like this crowd tonight. And but these were some partying people. These were some. In fact, I was supposed to go on 9 o'clock to perform for these folks that evening after they had their dinner and a couple of awards, and they kept bumping it back. They wanted to keep the open bar going. They kept bumping it. I didn't go on stage till almost 1 o'clock in the morning. That's what I said. Yes. So by the time I finished my set, got off stage, had a drink or so, went back to my room, decompressed. It was almost 4 o'clock in the morning. At approximately 6:08 a.m., I was awakened to why hasn't someone invented a muffler for these machines? I tossed and turned for the better part of an hour. Finally gave up. Packed my bag, went to the front desk, checked out of the hotel. Drove about 10, 12 miles south and got to a little town called Mesick, Michigan. Okay, she's nodding her head, so I'm not bullshitting you, okay? Yeah, for real deal. I figured I'd better stop and gas up the car for the rest of the drive downstate. So, as I finish up, I go walking in to pay for my fuel purchase. Who walks in right behind me but the Michelin Man? And this guy's wearing like 11 layers of snowmobile clothes. How he was able to pee is beyond me. Never mind. I think just the first 5 layers, just a big diaper. I'm at the counter. The clerk has her back to me. She's making change. He comes waddling in, mumbling under his breath, bumping into me, just being annoying as all get out. And before the clerk turns around, he asks the clerk for a snowmobile trail map. I looked at this guy and said, "You have got to be kidding me. You mean to tell me they actually make a map, they manufacture a map, a piece of paper to tell you where you can and where you cannot, neat. He's like, yeah, man, we've been having fun all morning. I said, no kidding. Since about 6:08 by my count there, Mr. Twinkie. Before the clerk turned around, I asked her if she'd grab not 1 but 2 snowmobile trail maps. 1 for me and 1 for my new friend Twink. And she did. I went back to Traverse City, Michigan 4 months later. And I planted trees. Lots and lots of trees. Whoever got that gig the following year, I'm sure went neat. Is that him, 80? Maple. Night. Oh, hate the cold. Hate cold weather. Love warm weather. Hate the cold. So I'll share a few things about myself with you before I wrap up here. Couple things. In my intro, Jeff mentioned I'm from the Detroit area. That's very true. I actually grew up in a town called Wyandotte, Michigan. Thank you. Okay, all right. Just some people nodding their heads, and a few of you just look at me like, Wyandotte, Michigan. So that's what they look like. We never seen one cleaned and dressed before. They look like bowlers. I mentioned buying a condo, buying a house early in my act. I hate the cold weather, so I don't live in Wyandotte anymore. I moved south. I now live in Toledo, and I do. I moved down there. Nice warm breeze off the Maumee. Very temperate. I love it. Enjoy it. I figure if every 5 or 6 years, if I pull up roots and move another 60 miles down south, by the time I'm about 90, I'll be in Cincinnati. Living the dream, baby. WKRP. All day long, baby. I graduated from Central Michigan University. Thank you. Okay. Wow. Hey, you know, it beats getting stuff thrown at me here in Ohio, because trust me, that people, Michigan, no, Central Michigan, trust me. At my age, trust me, wasn't carrying any football over any goal lines against anybody from Ohio, okay? I'm a little old for that and out of shape. So I went to Central Michigan. Again, I got that glazed look from a lot of people. People just staring at me going, 4-year degree, Mark, 4-year degree, and all you've done with your life is this. Mm-hmm. Now I'm touring the country, telling jokes for a living, Wasion included, making my parents real proud of me. Pay back that student loan? I don't think so. I say, let them find me. Like they're gonna look here. You think he's in Wasion? Hell no, make a right turn. We'll find something. Delta's right down the road, that's what I'm saying. That's my air horn. Some crowds, I don't like them. No air horn. You people, air horn. Oh, man. I'm a born-again bachelor. Thank you. Okay, some of the guys are like, all right, one for our team, yay. Some of the women out there are going, well, no, shit, you pig. Some people get upset with me for using that term, born-again bachelor, because they think I'm being sacrilegious, and I'm not. It just means I've been divorced, okay? My intention is not to be sacrilegious at all. In fact, I was born and raised Lutheran. I was married in a Catholic church. I got converted to Episcopalian when my son was baptized, and I was divorced in a Jewish attorney's office. I've hit for the cycle. And I know one thing for certain, my new friends here in Wasion, Ohio, I know one thing for certain, and it was a damn good thing that was able to sell that engagement ring in this week's Toledo Blade. So I had fun with y'all tonight. I'm Mark Canope. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen. They call him Mark Canope. Mark, thank you so much for helping me put this whole thing together tonight.
Absolutely, Jeff.
Bringing in your friends, the comics we had this evening. Thank you. Now, while you're up there, why don't you promote something you got coming up? You've always got something going.
I've always got something going. In fact, yes, we had to do it virtually last year, but this Sunday, the 12th, I'm doing my 13th annual holiday benefit show in my hometown, Wyandotte, Michigan. It's not that far if you guys want to make the caravan up there. But it's going to be at the Knights of Columbus Lounge in my hometown of Wyandotte. We have got Benny Spear, who's a frontman from a band that's been around since the 60s, Benny and the Jets. And he's going to open the show. And I've got 4 other comedian friends of mine on the bill. And it's either an admission price of one unwrapped new toy for the Toys for Tots program, or $10, which would go to the Wyandotte Goodfellows. And it's all about No Child Without a Christmas. So.
All right.
Thank you.
So not only is he funny, he's a great guy. And thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. This was our very first show. our very first comedy show. Those of you watching at home, we did have some bumps. We had some glitches along the way, but these things happen, and on we go. But it was a great show. The comics were excellent. The crowd, thank you for coming out and making this possible. You guys are just something. Let me get a shot of the crowd here. Look at these. Raise your hands. Wave to the cameras, everybody. You're on the camera. Here you go. Beautiful. Yeah. All right, I want to remind everybody, coming up this coming Wednesday, we've got another Man Cave show. Don't miss it if you can. And on that show, Something to Talk About is the name of the band. And then in 2 weeks, J.T. Hayden returns again for their third performance here at the Man Cave. But listen, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here Wednesday night. Good night, everybody. Yeah. Beautiful.